Number 18, starting at power forward. Nice. 92. Now, at the other forward position.
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. The Bucks will end the road trip here before heading back to Milwaukee. They had a lot of momentum right now, playing well and looking very good.
And they're playing some of the most impressive basketball we've seen all season in the NBA. It's hard to think of any team that's played better than they have during this
Welcome back to the
Greg, I
stream.
love the attitude they're bringing onto the
day,
court every
except for
night. The
weekends.
belief you can see in this group. It's going to take something very special to beat this team.
Well, we got plenty of youth on both sides. Clark, what's it like to be part of an up-and-coming team in this league?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a mixed bag. I think it's both very exciting and on occasion extremely frustrating because you don't know what you don't know, and the lack of experience sometimes is more prevalent with young teams than more experienced ones. So watching both of these teams develop over time is really going to be fun to see how their journey plays out.
These coaches will need a lot of patience, though, and the veterans on the team, too.
Exactly, both ways. You're right.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Had a chance to catch up with the Magic head coach. This is their second meeting with this team. The first one didn't go as well as they'd like, so this time around, they're going to try to close the lane off, push drivers and slashers as far away from the basket as possible. See how that goes, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. It's Thomas outside. Tips it up.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
A slow start here for Orlando in this one. 7-point differential. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely
Think they gone.
manhandled on the
Yeah,
board.
everybody gone.
Hey, Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
And stolen by Cauley Stein. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And here in Orlando, the Magic are the only pro team in town. You can tell that the fans want a winner badly.
Well, they show up consistently, even through the tough and lean times. And they've come close a few times in the history of this franchise, but have never quite gotten over that hump. They've had some stars and elite teams in the past, but the long-term success just hasn't been sustained.
And maybe that'll get them going. They need to find a rhythm.
Yeah, you know, good to see them finally find the bottom of the net because I think they got to build off of that.
And then Thomas with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Inside. Here's Vucevic. Tries again. That one, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Well, I think the key was the determination and grit and toughness they played with. You got to be focused to do that, and they were.
That one good for 2. He has 7. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
The Magic again can't hit.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat
I
up
ain't even got to play, bro.
physically
And
and
they still don't know
emotionally.
this.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, Greg, and I think it complements the starters when you can have such firepower coming off the bench.
With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. Bucks number 1.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in block.
Here's Thomas following the bucket by Orlando. And they pick up 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
He dunking
Jumps
that.
up. And a
Oh,
lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And let's look now, Aaron Gordon's numbers. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Thomas outside. Here's Cauley Stein.
I ain't
Takes it off the
that much,
glass.
bro.
Cauley
I
Stein's
got
got
9 points. Yeah, 9 points.
They're doing a really good
And what? 8
job
minutes.
of getting the ball
That's not my
inside
usual.
and attacking.
Because I ain't really passing
That's
that
an
much this
area
game.
they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here are the Magic now. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Now we're getting into the grinded out part of the season, Clark. Should we expect rookies now, you think, to start feeling the length of the NBA season right about now?
You know, that varies from individual to individual. I know when I was a rookie, it happened for me probably after about the 40th game or so. And I just was flat. I was still putting up decent numbers, but I just felt flat, felt lethargic. And then all of a sudden, after a week and a half or so, it just kind of went away, and I finished that rookie season strong. So every rookie's different. Some rookies never hit the wall, Kevin, but most do in some form or fashion.
And teams are all on top of this, aren't they? I mean, they know there's a chance it's going to happen, so they prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's rare when a rookie doesn't hit it, but for some it might be an extended wall. For others, it might be a short wall.
Orlando, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Thomas buries it down low. 13 points in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy
Come on, bro.
with this start offensively.
Careful, you gotta take those.
Boy,
You can
oh
get in
boy,
there and
to
get
be
it free.
young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Vucevic to the pass to Kay.
I guess she said she don't need a ride.
By the Magic.
She said she probably don't need a ride. No, that's not what I
Outside
wanted.
Thomas. And
I said I'm gonna see and text her if she need a ride.
A strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Here's Vucevic.
Just say he not
Trying
make,
to
bro.
answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Come on now.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. A 3-ball.
You know you can't hang with me. Stop it. Quit.
And already
You
with
can't
the
hang with me, bro.
lead, a
I'm a
terrific
splash guard.
offensive performance.
I'm Curry
Yeah, and
2.0.
the execution
Stop it.
time and time again, right
Speaking
on
Curry
point.
2.0. I got a
They're
Curry
running their
video
offense
out
to
now.
perfection.
So check it out. Link gonna be in the description box.
On the wing, Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. And he overshot that one, missing.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a
Bro,
little bit to me. Greg.
how?
Not playing his game right
Why do I
now.
gotta hold?
And with every
Alright,
miss,
shit.
the pressure intensifies.
Now, here's Thomas. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had
Nigga,
to
way
be
bigger than
because
me, bro.
he is so strong in the paint.
Bonga, he's guarded by Thomas. And there's the foul. It'll
All right,
go on
2K.
8. That's his first foul.
Okay, 2K. All right, 2K. So you
On
want to play it?
defense, Milwaukee.
I'm finna
To
go
the
off.
paint, trying to end the
I'm finna
drought.
start going. After that,
Tony
definitely going
is
off.
really a total play. I mean, complete. A scorer who can really get up for the
Yeah, you
occasional
can't start getting
slam.
the ball.
The pass to Thomas. From past the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Thomas got 25 points in the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you
The
know, they're
triple.
having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And he can't
They're not
answer
me,
back
stop
the
it.
three-pointer offline. Puts up a 3. And
You can't do
another
walk with a
3
splash.
for Milwaukee.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Kevin, you can
They're not
understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and
Oh!
just came up short on the triple.
Got him leaning.
That
How he
one
leaning?
Thomas got
Hey, Brian,
30
on live
points.
playing. I went to the
And boy,
court
have
yesterday
they
and
come out strong, really
I didn't do
pounding
it exact
the
the
offensive
exact
board
same
for
way.
second chance
He did the
points.
exact same
Ultra
move.
impressive,
Had
guys.
him
Caught
leaning.
them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Fournier for 3. Bledsoe with the rebound. So it's the Bucks now. Outside Thomas. There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. That shot
Yeah, but
missing.
that's my ball. Quit it. I said don't double team. Don't double team me, you know. Don't double. Oh, dunked on that boy. Get up, boy.
Coming out of the gate
My
here,
house.
guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it.
And that's all in his
Grabbing this
face.
one by the throat
He got
early
ball juice
on,
in his face.
and then squeezing it hard.
Knocks it loose. Here's Bledsoe. And
Yeah.
the foul, so he's got the
I got 4 steals
one
that
chance
fast.
here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look. The defense
And I wanna play
has
for I
allowed.
can.
The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Magic making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
He know
And
what's up. He know
Milwaukee
to
with
pass
the
that ball,
change
so
here,
he's gonna
too.
be ripped. Nigga,
O'Brien's
that's mine.
checked in.
It's my ball.
And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it, and that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace.
You
Those
gonna
are
bring the
things
ball
he
up
can
court,
tighten up.
Brian? Pass to
Now
me.
here's Zubats. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's Thomas with the 3. Good on the triple.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens,
Dropping
you
the
simply
triple.
just hope they start cooling off.
Oh, I thought I
Playing
stole
under
that.
Chauncey Billups
Good
in
dunk.
first call. Eric Bledsoe got the message about playing Clark at 2 speeds.
Well, you know, it's almost like baseball. You've got to have a little change of pace in your game. The change-up to keep hitters off balance in baseball. Same in basketball. And his strength helps him, too, now. He can hold off his defender while he downshifts to make decisions with the ball.
Here's Kennard. After the made shot from Thomas, stolen by Zubats. Outside Thomas.
Smashing on him.
With the stop.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
It's good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Uh-oh, y'all know what time it is. I know exactly what time it is. I know what time it is. Yeah.
And here is Thomas. He's got 39. For the three.
Ah, I missed.
I
should have went in, but I didn't.
You almost never see. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back to the action after this word. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness.
I saw that. We got LeBron. He up the gut.
Kennard is out there with Evan Fournier.
That's okay, though.
Then it's Bamba.
And it's Stevens at ankles. I'm going to make some ankle
out
soup.
there for Orlando. Now here's Thomas. It's deflected.
Hey, the foul.
The main weapon in Bamba's
I gotta
attack,
go off.
the slender, long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Hornets was
Bruh.
tremendous.
Oh,
He
yeah, I
had
could
an
say you not
incredible
me.
number of points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, I mean, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
Offensive rebound. And O'Brien gets it to go. O'Brien's got his first points in this one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now, here's Fournier. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Inside. Oh, and
Bro, what are you doing?
Not to be. Good play defensively.
Bro, come on. What is y'all doing?
Passing has
Stop.
opened things up for them.
Quit passing the ball to him, bro. Pass the ball to him. No, give me the ball. Because you like you don't know what to do.
Easy and fun to watch.
Here's Thomas. He's got 39. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. Head coach is obviously getting the attention in all sports, Clark, but the assistants also play very big roles. How do you build chemistry as a coaching staff?
You know, I've never coached, but I've watched a lot of coaches. I think first and foremost you appreciate your assistant coaches, and then you give them room to grow and develop as coaches. And you share with them the building of the team and the coaching of the team. And that, to me, I think, if you serve your assistant coaches as they're serving you, I think that's how you build the best chemistry.
And loyalty's got to be big among that group on that sideline, doesn't it? Loyal to each other.
Big time. Loyalty to one another, and then also a common focus on really serving the players to the best of their ability collectively.
You know, I love how he
That's
absorbed
my
the
fault.
foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Cauley Stein comes in for Ivica Zubats. And it's Felder in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's Fournier. 9 points last game out.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Thomas, good.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Now, here's Fournier. He's got 6. Six on the shot clock. Bamba. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Outside Thomas. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And good.
So you trying to guard now, huh?
Well, he's
Stop it.
willed
Stop
this
it, kid.
team
You're a kid.
to the
Stop
lead,
it.
demanding the
You're a
roster
little bro. Stop
and
it.
capitalizing with ease.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Cauley Stein.
Oh,
And
good
Cauley
jump.
Stein throws it down.
I always want
And
the ball though.
offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Sometimes.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, their offense has really been productive this half, and I absolutely love the shots they've taken so far.
Orlando with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. Unloads from 13. And Fournier kicks to Kennard. Hits the three-point
I thought they got the
line.
rebound.
Kennard's
Got
got
defense
5
and
points
rebound
now
for
this
shit.
quarter.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And he couldn't even catch a foot for hitting in the ass.
Now, here's Thomas. Guarded closely. Rebound by the Magic.
You know I gotta lock you up, right?
Here's Kennard. 5 points in the game. That's
You know I gotta
tipped.
lock you up, right?
Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. A slam dunk by
You know I gotta lock
Thomas.
you up, right?
Well, there you go. One
Stop
team
playing.
operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Kennard. And
Ain't no
against the
foul.
basket,
You
officials
know that ain't no
blowing the
foul.
whistle,
Stop the
so a
coach. Easy
chance
match.
of
They're losing. Like,
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks enjoying the kind of
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back
I really ain't even
after
playing the kind of game I
halftime
want to
as
play.
The third quarter gets underway. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from AI.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine
how all you
he'll be
doing?
able to top those in these last 2
These
quarters.
niggas falling too much.
But I'd love to see him try.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. And so Thomas will bring it up for Milwaukee.
That's not a
Cauley
foul.
Stein
Okay.
Dishes to Thomas. Five to shoot for 3. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
The Magic shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Passes it to Vucevic. Over Cauley Stein. And it's Vucevic missing.
And I think these are the shots he's got to avoid taking. I mean, already struggling. He's not helping his team right now looking at those shots.
Now, here's Thomas. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Lets it go. And the jumper falls.
Wait to Melissa.
Points. Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
He outside.
It's Vucevic.
I get him.
Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. From deep.
If I hit it, I'm done.
That's
Oh
good
my
for
God.
Thomas on the assist from Cauley Stein. Thomas got 56 points in the game. Here's Orlando now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lockups.
Here's Sherman. The Magic again
Left
can't
him
hit.
out, boy.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first 3 shots so far this half, slow start.
Near the three-point line, it's Thomas, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots.
Pass to Vucevic, and stolen by
Oh,
Cauley
no,
Stein.
he got that.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Yeah, and the confidence really at a high level. Very impressive. They feel like this game is theirs, dominating right now.
And it's the Magic with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. They need this. Here's Vucevic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him. You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded
Reason why I keep doing pick and roll. I'm
offensive
trying
game
to
as
pick
a
and roll
center.
because I'm trying to get that
Even
bag
added
good.
a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
Orlando with the ball after the made shot from Thomas. Not watching the line. That'll be a backcourt violation.
He mad.
It's about valuing
He
the
mad.
possession. It
He
seems like
hot.
he's trying to
Hot
manufacture
boy.
offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Now
Okay.
here's Thomas. Non-stop scoring machine here. And another one falls. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Now the pass to Kay. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Outside Thomas. Lets it go. And another basket for Milwaukee.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
The Magic have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. Passes it to Kay. Magic moving the ball around. Vucevic up top. Left side Gordon. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
And a much needed run too, Greg. I mean, they've turned it up a notch. Really taking over now.
Here are the Magic now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Sherman. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position. He's absolutely killing it from outside.
And for the Magic, they're shooting about 42% so far. Bonga, he's guarded by Thomas.
I guess I'm trying to get my pick and roll badge up.
To end the cold streak, Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. From the wing.
I hate
Rebound
that.
by the Magic.
That's why I like doing catch and shoot
Vucevic
sometimes.
has got 4 rebounds in this game. And another steal for him. And
Bro, what
that's
the?
his
Bro, what was
6th
that?
of the night.
What was that?
Will
I
had the
stole it,
defensive
then he took it. But I
And that's how
don't get
you
what just
make
happened.
a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah,
Okay,
I remember
super.
GA
Ladies
as
and
an
gentlemen,
irritant. And
pick
this
and
guy,
roll. All right,
much
now you
like
mad.
Greg, creating havoc
That's a
out
bit.
there.
Here's Kay, and he hits the jump shot.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Bucks. From the arc.
Hot, bruh.
Rebound. Cauley Stein.
Okay,
And
2K.
a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Cauley Stein's got 12 points in
How
the
many
game.
times I done made those? And now y'all want not gonna
The
let me make
Magic
them no
shooting
more?
pretty terrible here in the third
Yeah,
quarter
shit,
at
boy.
around 30%. Thomas finds Cauley Stein.
Ron wide open, nobody's here. Pass the ball for a three. Come on now.
Made 7.
Think smarter.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but they've also
He
done
ain't
a
gonna
great
shoot it.
job of
He
playing
ain't about
in
that life.
space, getting out
I
in
give him the one to shoot.
transition
He still ain't gonna pull
every
it.
opportunity.
So it's Orlando now. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Thomas with the ball. Non-stop scoring machine here. And oh
About
boy,
time y'all give me a
contact
foul.
there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. In NBA history, only a handful of rookies have averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Clark, you were one of them.
Yeah, it's a point of pride for me. Obviously wasn't able to be part of a playoff team in the short time I played, but did distinguish myself individually for the short time I played, and that's fairly select company when you talk 2010 guys as rookies, and that's a pretty impressive list to be on. Actually, one of my peers, Terry Cummins, is also part of that first-year 2010 group.
You talk about names: Wilt Chamberlain, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, Bird, Shaq. I mean, what great names.
Yeah, some phenomenal names, no doubt about it. Glad to be on that roll call list.
And crucial that Bamba keeps evolving his perimeter game. Big men like him have to be able to shoot it.
Now here's Thomas. He can't get that one.
I know I wasn't making that.
The Magic go the other way with it. Fournier against Thomas. And Fournier kicks to Kennard. And again, it's the
Alright, let me
Magic
stop
from deep.
playing.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier,
Give me the ball,
solid
'cause
at
you out there
recognizing
now,
when the
dude.
defense isn't
I'm tired of playing
covering
with
one
my
of his
dude.
teammates.
Fournier against Thomas. The Bucks have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And he makes the first. Harrison's checked in for Orlando. Zubac is checked in for the Bucks. So
I knew that was off. I didn't even full bar it.
Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Count it, good. Fournier's got 8 points.
And I like the size that Fournier has as a shooting guard. Actually, great size. I mean, he's more than ready to take advantage
I didn't even do
of that
nothing.
when the opportunity presents itself.
Now, here's Thomas. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Thomas against Fournier. Now, here's Thomas. He's guarded closely. 6 to shoot. The tray. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for Milwaukee.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
Now here's Thomas. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. From deep.
Bruh.
And Bamba pulls it down. The Magic have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Here's Kennard. 16 points for him. To the inside. Here's Stevens. Bamba passes to Harrison.
That's cash.
Fournier gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. And then Thomas with the dunk.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Here's Fournier
Lockups.
following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to Bump.
Let me check on my upload.
Doesn't go that time.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Thomas against Fournier. And another one falls. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Harrison kicks to Fournier. True on the 14-footer. Fournier's got 10.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself
now I gotta do
to
something
continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Thomas. 40 seconds left in the third.
I gotta do something to you.
Got it. Another basket. And there it is. 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget. And just a perfectly designed play. Anytime you can get a dunk on the inbounds, you know the X's and O's were in the right spot.
Now here's Thomas. Now Zubac outside for Thomas. Second shot opportunity. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he is really in his zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And the free throw stats there, 6 of 8 shooting, so 75% so far.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Ball stolen. Jacks up a three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, able to put on a show for the ages. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Buck shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Kennard is out there with Harrison. Then it's Johnson, and it's Moore in at the four slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now, here's Thomas. Got a piece of it.
Oh, you okay, bet I got you.
The pass to Johnson. Milwaukee with the rebound. Thomas got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. May have been the 90s, Clark, when we saw the pick and roll really become a common type play. Defenses have now adjusted somewhat, but many offenses still rely on it now.
Man, you go way back to the 50s and 60s. The pick and roll has been one of the hardest plays to defend since really basketball came into existence, quite honestly. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and now with the interchangeable parts that many teams have, You have the real challenge of small guys setting screens on big guys and creating havoc. So screen and roll action, always a very important part of the game and a hard set to cover well on defense.
Now here's Thomas.
Schooling you all, bruh.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Boy, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunities.
The Magic shooting well. They're at 45%. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's foul.
I can make 100. I really ain't even trying to go for no triple-double this game. I don't even care if I get one this game or not. Why would you ever shoot free throws, bro? Dang.
And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
What is that had it while you trying to play with him?
Outside Thomas. Clark fast break fundamentals, center the ball, run two wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the three when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the three in transition maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
See a lot of turnovers too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the three instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
Here's Sherman offline with his three.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
Thomas, that's good.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
So it's the Bucks now. The Magic getting the bucket. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the shot is good.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Now here's Thomas. Shoots. Good. That's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Kept alive Orlando. Passes it to Kay. Vucevic trying to get open. Off target from the baseline.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
I just shot that up, see if I can make it.
Orlando, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%.
I really could have went in, but...
In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, increase in pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that, and for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love it.
Lets it go from deep. It's good from long range.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Outside Thomas. And again for three. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Shoots a three. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Thomas outside. Hits it again. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Orlando's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Hey, he's guarded by Thomas. Mark, you played for a small market team in Indianapolis, so difficult now for them to retain all-star level talent, or so it would seem.
Yeah, that's always been the case, Kevin, and I don't think that's changed much. You know, KD goes from Oklahoma City to the Bay Area. Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward go from small markets to Boston, although Kyrie was traded. Gordon Hayward was signed as a free agent. I think it's just one of those inherent issues that will continue to be a challenge for some of the small market teams. That's why the draft and developing drafted players for those teams is so critically important.
And so here's Orlando following the bucket by the Bucks. And the rejection by James. Good on the bucket. 13 points for Aaron Gordon. Milwaukee's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far.
I ain't
Outside
want it.
Thomas.
That's what I wanted. If I can hit it.
Lets the three fly.
No,
Rebounded by Vucevic.
Shit,
Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Gordon. And he banks in the layup.
Defense really working hard to stop Gordon, but he's a skilled big man who knows how to use his body, especially in the paint.
Now, here's Thomas. One-on-one fast break. Count it.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish.
Here's Thomas.
Where's he going, kid?
Buck.
Where you going? Stop playing with me.
Up and up he goes as he continues this sensational season, now closing in on second place in scoring.
And GA, with the way he has manhandled defenses all year long, you have to think he'll make a good run for it.
And to even come near Wilt's mark of 3,586 points from back in 63 speaks volumes for the season he's had.
Boy, tell you what, on offense, Vucevic is as talented as they come for a big guy. Has the ability to post up as well as shoot from the mid-range area, and that combination makes him a hard cover.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Zubac is checked in for James, and Meadows subbed in for K. Felder.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for AI.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, is going to be rather flat.
It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Kay. Drains the three-pointer. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
I'm a long way from this 25 minutes. Alright, that's gonna be the end of this stream. I'll be on probably about 5 or 10 more minutes. Yeah, see y'all later. Peace.